Hey folks, got a new knife for you. What I have here is something pretty affordable, pretty reasonable. You might see the logo right there. Bestech knives, my first Bestech knife. So, much like the Chinese companies coming out there, I'm a little bit leery and wary. I'm sorry, I used the wrong word the other day in my video. I kept saying weary. I meant wary. I'm a little bit wary when I'm checking out a new production knife from a lesser known company like Bestech. Bestech has been around, I don't know, maybe a year, maybe two. But a lot of their stuff that came out before, similar to many Chinese production knife makers, were very tacky, very colorful, crazy looking pivots that just doesn't look good. They might think it looks good. The first time I saw Wee knives at Blade, the work looked awesome. You know, it looked superb. The fit and finish was awesome, but the colors were just ridiculous. Like green, gold, and just ridiculous colors. The Chinese, not Chinese Americans, the Chinese just have some crazy color schemes that just turn me off. Bright green. What is that? I don't know if that sells in China, but I don't believe I'm alone in thinking that's a little tacky here. Maybe it's my American taste. But same thing with Bestech. First they came up with these gaudy looking, one knife had like a crazy looking symbol. I don't know what it was, right? And it's funny because these knife companies, these Chinese knife companies now are pretty much competing with each other, right? Because Riyata pretty much started out, I believe they were the very first ones that became really popular, and then Wee knives, of course, and then Reich and Bestech. They're competing with each other. They realize there's a market there for production knives, and they're taking advantage of it. So, that being said, I was thinking about this on the drive over here, on the drive home. The Chinese, they are producing a lot of American-made knives, but I find that I'm still a bit of a snob. You guys tell me if you guys are snob. So I'll see like a reputable company like Riyata Knives, and they'll produce a knife, but doesn't have an American maker backing it or behind it as a designer. I feel like I just don't want it. Like, Riyata Knives make some awesome knives, right? And I got this new knife called the Jack, and I believe it's a Chinese designer. I'm not 100% on that. And it looks superb. It looks great. And for some reason, it just turns me off. I just like, I'll wait for the Lambert, right? I'll wait for the Lambert knife to come out. I'll wait for, who is it? From Russia with Knives. What the hell? What's the name of that company? I can't think of it. They're doing one with Matt Christensen. Love that. See, Knife Works, right? There's a few American knife makers that are being successful with them. And my point is, when I want to buy an overseas produced knife, I want a designer that I'm familiar with. Now, it's not limited only to American makers, I don't believe, because Poltergeist Works is having a couple of his styles designed, and forgive me, Joe Bananas did a review on it. He bought one of the production knives, and he swears it's awesome. I haven't had the privilege of checking it out yet, but see, it's not limited for me. I'm thinking it's only Americans, but I don't think so. I think it's got to be a maker that I'm familiar with. So if I'm familiar with you, and you decide to make a production version of one of your knives, like Kirby did, then I'm all over it. I'm all over it. I wanna be all over that. Same thing with Jacob, Poltergeist Works. He's doing something. I wanna be all over that. So, I don't know what my point is, but like even Custom Knife Factory, that's who it is. Custom Knife Factory. It took me a while to get familiar with the designers. And even now, I think I only bought one of their production knife that's not designed by an American knife maker. Are you guys with me on that? I mean, are you okay buying a production knife as long as you know the maker, or are you willing to experiment with a production knife created, produced overseas, but you don't know the maker? I feel like I'm not invested if I don't know the maker. If I don't know the maker, I'm trying to be so politically correct because it's not only Americans. Because I definitely want like Jacob's production knife. I want Dalibor. Bang out a production knife, Dalibor. Yeah. Anyway, that's my opening rant. So this is the Bestech Junzi slip. So talk about taking advantage of a design, right? I'm gonna guess that Bestech saw that there was a market for titanium slippies, and you guys know, right? Some people arguing outside. You know that the titanium slippy has become popular. A couple of popular people have started making them, like Brad Blunt, McGinnis, JPI Knives, right? But when they make these when they make these custom slippies, they're custom and they're expensive. They're titanium. They're a little bit unattainable unless you wanna, break out at least $500, if not more. So Bestech Knives came out with this Junzi slip. Junzi, I had to Google it, means gentleman, I believe, in Chinese. Gentleman or superior person. And this thing's pretty fucking awesome. This was like $168 at Blade HQ. Full tie, titanium handle, scales, titanium pocket clip. I think the blade is S35VN. I'm pretty sure it's S35VN. It's not ugly. It's a good design. It doesn't have an American or a popular maker who designed it. I don't believe. They don't market it as designed by anybody, but it's a cool little design. It's a smaller knife. Overall length is under 7 inches. The blade length is 2.75, and because it's a slippy with a nice half stop, you could pretty much carry this anywhere, including New York. Right? It's got a nice drop point blade. I'm not sure if the thumb stud is titanium, but it's 2 thumb studs. So it's ambidextrous, so you can open it up either way. It's got a nice half stop, so you don't have to be afraid of closing it. So you can operate it and close it, open and close it one-handed. How awesome is that? Joe Bananas initially hated it when I told him. And I know what he was thinking, because he looked at all the Bestech gaudy designs, and I don't know if he was biased because their previous designs were just terrible. And then when I sent him pictures of this, he changed his mind right away. He goes, I changed my mind. I like it. He says he likes it. Right? It's got a nice bead blast on the handle scale. I mean, it's a fine bead blast, folks. Fine. It's got this carbon fiber inlay, which it's not perfect, right? It's a reduction knife, but it's not bad. It's not seamless. I can definitely feel like the little speed bump there. But you know what? It's not bad. It's not bad. A little jimping over here. Right? It weighs 2.85 ounces, I think. Not, right? It's got a steel spring. Very nicely designed. Very clean. No jimping. Very, very clean. And the only thing, my only complaint was because when I bought this at Blade HQ, the pocket clip was not blue, it was silver, same as this. So I wanted something monochromatic. Now, I don't know if that's just me, but maybe and I know I went through my phases where I wanted everything colorful. I've sent Joe stuff to anodize because I wanted it colorful, but in this time, in this part of my knife collecting, in this advance of my knife collecting age, I want something more plain and simple, monochromatic. I think this would look sweet with a titanium, raw titanium or silver pocket clip. That being said, the pocket clip, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. One screw, clean. Clean. I love the Fuller-like milled out section there. Excellent. Look at the centering. Not bad. Look at the contouring. Really good. And I'm sorry for yelling, guys. I just get a little energy. Had a cup of coffee. I love how they contoured it. So well done. Excellent. Look at that. Look at that. Right? Clean. Really clean. The lanyard hole. Blade is nice. Nice little drop point. Very nice. You don't see it saturated with their stupid logos. I love that. I wish other brands would take a page out of makers that don't, you know, very clean, very simple. And this is Small Life to begin with, so you could barely see that logo. Barely. Clean. Clean, clean, clean. Like the little relief cut over here, so you can access a thumb stud. Thumb stud is perfectly placed high up enough so your thumb can open it nicely. Excellent. Little jimping under there so you can grip it like this for finer cutting. And again, it's a small knife, folks. It's a cute little fucker. Anyway, my whole point was the beginning of the rant about having an American maker or a popular maker behind the design. I said that because that's how much I like this knife, because I don't know who designed this. All I know it's Bestech, whoever Bestech is. Now they are pretty cool. They did reach out to me. They asked me to be part of a pass around, you know, but I didn't feel like waiting for a pass around. I like the knife. I bought it. I didn't want to wait for somebody else to send it off to me. And that's another thing with these YouTubers. Don't whore yourselves out, Jesus Christ, with this pass around. I see it spawn so many YouTubers. I don't know if that's the thing to do now. Right? Being part of this pass around. Now, I'm guilty of that too. But when I'm a part of a pass around, I know the people. Right? I know Koenig knives when they did the pass around. I know Brian Nadeau when it's part of pass around. But when a production company is doing a pass around, come on, guys, have a little pride. A little pride. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe because I'm just an old-time YouTuber. And, yeah, anyways, I'm just off on a tangent about everything. I'm just belly aching. Some people call it bitching, but yeah, I'm just all over the place. But anyway, digging this. Bestech Junzi slip joint, nice, full titanium, reasonable 168, awesome, very clean, very nice. So yeah, I bought this. Wasn't given to me, wasn't part of a pass around. I had it for about 2 weeks, carried it for a little bit, and I love it. I love it. Clean. Do it again. Do another one like this. Do more slip joints like this. Oh, that's what I wanted to show you with the slippy. So, it's interesting because the half stop, I don't know if you guys can see it, but you see the tang? It's rounded right there. It's rounded. And there's like a little indent or a little, like a little line, and I think, see that line right there? I believe that's what causes the stop. I think. I didn't take it apart, but it catches somewhere in there. I think. I don't know. I don't know. I just wanted to show you guys that. I want it to be thorough. Kind of thorough. Without taking it apart. Alright. I hear some New Yorkers getting drunk outside, so I'm going to end the video at that. Thank you for watching the vid, and please give it a thumbs up if you like it. Give me a sub if you're not already. Peace.